Hi everyone! In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to assemble my hanging mermaid Emery. Emery is a diving mermaid that I designed along with two other mermaids that you see here, Ambra and Kiva. All three are available to purchase separately. A quick note, the mermaid in this video that you will see is redesigned from this original mermaid design here. The part that I've changed is her hanging notch, and you can see it in this image of my original mermaid design where it's nestled inside her tail. The notch was a separate piece that you had to attach to the mermaid, and in the new design I've changed this so that the notch is attached to her body. It just makes one less step in the assembly. If you have the mermaid with a separate hanging notch and you want this new version, you can either send me an email, or if you go into your purchases, whether it's from my Etsy shop or my blog, and re-download the mermaid, the design you get will be this new version. Now let me show you how to assemble this mermaid. For materials, I'm using both glue and double-sided tape. For the parts that I glue together, you can use tape instead if you prefer. The X-Acto knife is optional. I just use the sharp end to remove my tape lining. Here are the mermaid cutouts. There is one fold line at the tail of this mermaid, and if you're using Design Space for Cricut, your machine will cut this fold line as a dashed line. Since it's such a small fold line, I went ahead and turned it into an actual dashed cut line, so you will not need your scoring tool for this project. For each mermaid, you will need two mermaid cutouts that will attach together like this. And here is that attached hanging notch that I mentioned earlier. The fold line is where we will begin. The first step is to attach a piece of double-sided tape under the hanging notch right at the fold line. Try not to overlap the fold line with your tape. Next, take your second mermaid and align it on top. Try to match it to the bottom mermaid as much as possible. Once you have a good alignment, hold down tightly on the two mermaids and lift the top mermaid's tail to reveal the tape under it. Then peel off the tape liner and press the top mermaid down. And now we just need to attach the rest of the mermaid's body. I'll be doing this with glue, but as I said earlier, you can also do this with double-sided tape placed at different parts of her body. Here is my glue dispensed into a small bowl. I'm going to work in sections here, starting at the tail. And just open up the two mermaids and spread glue onto a small section of the bottom mermaid. Then press both together. And continue this as you move towards her head. I'm using tacky white glue, which is a little harder to spread, but it dries faster. Now once you reach her head, just place your glue on her face and crown area. We are going to leave her hair unglued so that we can fan it out. And lastly, glue her arms together. And that's it for the assembly part. Now let me show you how to tie your string to the notch. For string, I'm using clear monofilament or fishing line, and you loop it through that hanging notch and then tie your string. To prevent my knot from cutting into the paper, I like to place a finger between the string when I tie my knots to create a small loop. And if you do this, you'll need to pull on all 4 string ends to tighten your knot. For this string, I find 3 knots is more secure than 2. And now with her hair, you can gently curl it open like this with the end of a paintbrush, or a pencil will also work. And you can curl those small strands as well. One thing I found with my mermaid that was hanging in my studio for a while is that gravity starts to pull her hair down like this. So if you want to prevent this, you can take some string and loosely tie her hair together. You can choose anywhere along her hair to tie your string loop. I just made a small loop, and this will prevent her hair from opening up too much. Again, you can use your finger to create your loop. And this is the little loop that will hold the hair together. And that's it. Your mermaid is ready to hang. I hope you guys enjoyed this one.